What has happened is that after March 8, the public itself now wants to be an active participant to the development of our society, sustainable development. We no longer want to be passive observers. And right now, we have got this chance that our NGO councillors are inside the council, representing us. Now, if we have got an issue on any development, we cannot go to the political councillors because they have got their own inclinations. What we need is councillors who can make a decision based not on any political pressure, but based on the issue and for the good of the society. Now, this is very important. If we lose the 25% quota, and if they put in people that are linked to politics, but actually they are also involved in NGOs, they are serving two masters. And if they serve two masters, it is always impossible to serve the society first. They will serve their own interests first. So, Coalition of Good Governance, we do not have anybody that is councillors. CONPAC is the one that have with it. But for us, we reached out to the grassroots. We have got 40 NGOs, and we are also reaching out to all the residents association. So what we are doing is we are actually the grassroots people who wants to see fair development. In Petaling Jaya, you can see we've got so many kind of developments that are unreal, that we are finding that is bad for the society. But we just cannot do anything about it. Now, what I want to comment on the state government today and this state assembly is, I would like to commend them for the Freedom of Information Act. With this Freedom of Information Act, it makes our life so much easier. We are fighting for three things: freedom of information, public participation, local council election. Now, when we have this freedom of information, and I really like to commend them, it makes the work for us to fight very much easier. But what happens to the local council election? Are we taking one step forward and one step backwards now? If we do not respect this NGO quota, what we are raising is we are taking this voice of conscience out of the council. There will be no person that is independent inside. It's equivalent to a corporate company saying that we don't need you independent directors. You can come out now. We make our own decisions. This is really telling the general civil society that, okay, fine, we are empowered right now. It's our prerogative. We can disengage with you right now. And that is a very dangerous thing for a developing government to take. So what we are really saying is now is that NGO councillors, there should not be a compromise. It should be NGOs. It's not political people also serving in NGOs. No two masters. They must decide things for the good of the public.
The case in point is, I think yesterday we read in the newspaper, there was an article saying that this person who's a political party appointed, I'm just under the NGO, no? I'm just an ordinary member in the party. I did not go campaigning with them, but I'm a team player. I will not go against any party decision. Do you want somebody like that sitting in the NGO slot?
If one looks at the Local Government Act of 1976, political party membership is not a criteria for appointment as a councillor. It's very clear under Section 10. You either be a person who's eminent in a particular profession or field, or alternatively, you have to be a person with wide knowledge of local government and administration, or three, you're otherwise capable of representing the interests of your community. The law also requires you to be normally, most of the councillors should be normally staying in that particular area. So political party membership was never a criteria under the law, but it's been the practice all along for many, many years, and in many ways it is a bad practice. If you want to be a political party member, then you go for election. If you don't want to go for election, you should not be a political party member. But we've inherited this system, and it is important that, let's look at local government. Why do we have problems? The problems we have mainly are lack of professionals managing local government. You ask yourself, how many local government authorities now have got a councillor who's a professional accountant that is able to read balance sheets, to read figures, to set budgets, to determine whether any money is being misspent? How many have got architects or engineers? And how many have got lawyers? Some city councils have got a lot of lawyers. So professionals play a vital role in giving independent judgment. Now, let me explain to you what a professional means. If you engage me as a professional, the first thing I know ethically that I do not agree with you, even if you tell me so. That means if you tell me I want to do this, as a professional I'm saying doing this is wrong and I cannot agree with you. That is the ethics of a profession. Now, it's important in local government that we have NGOs and professionals able to step in away from the political parties and say, look, This is our view of the matter. This is my view. Of course, you don't have to follow. At the end of the day, you've got 24 people there, and you need to vote on an issue, you can vote on an issue. The difficulty with the political party system is every political party has got a whip, and you have to follow what that particular whip says. That means they are saying, we don't support, everybody don't support. They are not able to express a different view in the council on that particular matter. So our concern here today is we feel that some NGOs have been removed without just cause. I think if you look at Subang Jaya, for instance, there's a very prominent NGO person, well supported by the residents, and because of one or two views on particular matters, that person is seen as an obstacle. But I think you must go into the question of what those views were, whether those views were right, whether they were correct under the law. And the difficulty here is that accusations can be made, but there's no opportunity for the NGO or the professional to defend. For political party, you've got your own party representatives. So this is the difficulty, and that's why we're here today to let the Mentri Besar know we feel that the selection process should be a little bit more transparent and objective.
So, how many of you?
There are many, about 30 or 40.
So there are only 2 NGOs in Phang, the other 4 are all political parties.
Okay.
So we just want to voice out to you, that this is a very alarming situation, and we are very worried. MPSJ from 7 has dropped to 3.
We want NGO councillors to be free from political pressure, not political appointees.
Okay, we will. I will take this.
We also want the promises of MP during before election. 25% NGO seat must be to NGO.
But the question of, well, we have to discuss this subject thoroughly.
I've been trying to get a meeting. YB Ronnie was supposed to arrange for it.
That's why we wanted to have this policy to be threshed out. Because if you ask different PBT, they have different ideas. If you put the idea together in one, then this is the standard you follow. This is modus operandi you follow. We discuss it, then we can pass it to them.
Councillor, we had also suggested a very basic idea before that if we can have reps of the NGO within the selection committee. I know ultimately we'll go to you for, but selection committee, I think it's a fair thing that we also can have a representation in that, because otherwise we'll be pick and choose like sheep like that. What do you think?
These are from us
Coalition of Good Governance.
Okay, that one we have to. But coalition of good government, because of the macro aspect of it. So we need also to go to the advisory, so that will be the standard one for all PBT. That one is because that one will be more useful. But you are going to be.
They are actually supporting this issue.
But they also must participate in designing what is the.
But so far we didn't have a chance to participate.
Yeah lah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor.